I didn't know because they're still in the pipeline. It's a very nice little present for somebody who is suffering when they lose their hair. And this is just a small gesture. But tonight we have a couple special presentations. To Deb, can you come up here, please? First, I'd like to. Every one of these has got a unique design. There's not two alike. Everybody works hard at making it their own. But there's two that are my favorite. First, Ben, would you come up here? And normally these are always turned on the lathe. But Ben, thinking outside the box.
I altered the design a little bit. I'm hoping somebody will get enjoyment out of that.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Can you come up here and bring yours? I'd like to have a little photo op here with. This is our awareness angel. This here is our fairy, and there's countless hours in this. This is a combination of carving and pyrography.
So can you huddle a little, guys?
Ed's already huddling up there.
You'll know.
Take your time.
No rush out there.
Yes, you can say something in a minute. Lastly,
Tom, put it back.
I know, I go back.
It's okay. That's the two. If anybody couldn't see it, that's the ribbon, and this is the angel, and that's my thank you very much to the Trillium Foundation.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. When I was asked to come tonight and speak to you, the woodworkers, and with the Ontario Trillium Foundation, I remember, and I don't know how many of you have been in the club more than 10 or 12 years. My dad was a member of this club, and he wasn't very handy, and I am very grateful for the pieces of furniture that I have that was made here. It was actually made in Eulele at the Boys and Girls Club, because I know that he got an awful lot of help from the members that were here. And he never had done any woodworking before, but I have a lovely buffet, and I have a lovely laundry chute thing, and I also have a couple of horses that my children rode when they were young.
What was his name?
Joe Ferris.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he was my dad. So I have a special attachment to this club, and I just want to thank you for the partners that are here that work with the Trillium Foundation, and we are the lucky recipients of receiving these lovely wig stands. When someone loses their hair and they've been diagnosed with cancer, it's a pretty frightening experience. And you know, they don't know where to turn, and they come to us. And we have been getting so busy, and we've been getting so many members. Something as beautiful as this that they can put their wig on at night will be a comfortable and warm experience for them to experience. And I can't thank you enough. I can't thank the Trillium Foundation enough for providing the grant to you, and then you choosing us, which has been a wonderful experience. I know we get a lot of requests for the angels, and we do unfortunately have quite a few families who have young children who are going through cancer treatment right now. And we'll be having our Christmas party on December 15th for the children, and this will be a lucky and wonderful opportunity for them to be able to buy the angels and use them and enjoy them from the hands that you have made. I just want to thank you so much for everything that you do for us. And without angels like you, we would not be able to provide our members with everything that they have. So thank you again. Thank you to the Trillium Foundation. And thank you for inviting me here tonight. And I have to tell you, I'm taking a couple of those with me tonight. I know Don's going to deliver the other ones, but I'm eager to go in at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning and show the ladies that work at Hard Place the lovely work that you've done. And thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, Debbie. Now I'm going to ask if Penny Smith would come up to say a few words to us from the Trillium Foundation.
Glad to do that. Can you hear me back there? First of all, the Trillium Foundation gives us notes that we have to read. Well, we don't have to read, but they're much better at it than I am. But before I start saying what they would like us to read, they also give me license to say some other things. I go back a long time in Durham Region. I go back to John McCracken. I go back to the Boys and Girls Club. I go back to some very familiar faces from a long time ago. And I remember the work that you were doing back then. And I am so, so proud that the Ontario Trillium Foundation and the grant review team in particular, of which I am a volunteer, chose to give you your $28,800. As I was explaining, when we sit around the table, there's Durham, there's Haliburton, there's Kawartha, and there's Pine Ridge. And there's only 3 of us out here in Oshawa, in the Durham region, that step up and say yes or no, or why we think or why we don't. And I'm not going to say it's a battle. It's a battle. And they're all good. All the applications are worthy. All the causes are worthy. And Trillium, it's such a, it is a branch of the Ontario government, and we are very mindful of those dollars, and we're mindful where they go. But when they come to an agency like this, and this is where we often struggle, there are agencies that get $200,000 and $300,000, believe it or not. There are some agencies that get 5. Then there's some that get 21.8. And that 21.8 is spread all over this region. And I am so proud to be, I'm so glad that you invited me, whoever that was, or invited somebody from Trillium. Because sitting around a table, we hear some of this, but we don't see it. I don't get to see these. I know about the Cup Cars, I know about Boy Scouts and Girls, I know about all of that. Or the women that come into this program, I had no idea about that. Now I can go back and I can say, and I know it, I can feel it, I can touch it, and I am so happy that I can do that. And I've just blown all my notes here, and I'm not going to bother with that. It always happens. But I would say to you, come back again. I know the process isn't easy. We know it's not easy at our end either, but to get something, if it's worthwhile, it's worth the effort. There are never any guarantees that you will get money again. If you don't ask, you don't know. So I'm thrilled that you're at Simcoe Street Church. There was so many times when this church was going to fold. There was so many times when it was going to go here, there, and everywhere. The fact that you're still supporting this church is wonderful. It's a beautiful church. It's a part of the Oshawa history, which I love. So thank you again for inviting me. Good luck with your projects. Continue the good work, and I am just so very grateful to be here. Blow the notes. That's why I don't write them out.
Thanks, Penny. Speaking of notes, if I don't follow mine, I'll go off in the weeds somewhere. I did forget to mention one of the dignitaries who couldn't be here tonight was the mayor, John Henry, and he sent his regrets that he couldn't attend. This happens to be the night that they typically have their council meeting, and previously scheduled, so he was unable.
Board available?
That's one question I didn't want to.
Probably too drunk to do that.
Okay, so